All right, beautiful and magnificent Leo souls, gather close. I need you to find a quiet space just for a moment and truly arrive here with me. If you have found your way to this message, to this sacred transmission at this very moment, I want you to know with every fiber of your radiant being that this is not by chance. The universe itself has orchestrated this divine appointment. So let's begin with a sacred pact, shall we? Take a deep, intentional breath in. Feel the golden light of your own power gathering in your lungs, the very essence of the sun that rules you. And as you exhale, release every shadow of doubt, every whisper that told you your light was too much, every memory of a time you were made to feel small. Let it all dissolve, because the truth that is about to be spoken will not just inform you, it is designed to activate the deepest core of your sovereign power. Leo, you have felt it, haven't you? That feeling of being a king or a queen without a kingdom, a brilliant blazing sun forced to hide behind the clouds. For 20 long years, you have been navigating a profound karmic cycle, a cosmic test of your heart's endurance. This wasn't just a series of challenges, it was a deep soul-level training. You were learning what it means to be royal when no one is there to applaud. How to keep your own inner fire burning when the world around you felt cold and dark. But let me tell you something, magnificent soul. A divine reckoning is upon you. The date, October 10th, 2025, is not just another day on the calendar. It is a cosmic gate, a powerful portal of karmic release that swings open, marking the end of a 2-decade-long debt. The chains are breaking. The sentence is served, and what begins now is not an era of petty revenge, but something far more profound. This is your sovereign era. This is the time you reclaim your throne, your light, your joy, and the unshakable power that has been forged in the fires of your deepest trials. If you can feel the resonance of that promise deep in your bones, if your lion heart is stirring in recognition of this truth, I want you to do something for me right now. Make a sacred declaration to the cosmos. Press that like button, not as a simple click, but as a powerful seal upon your intention. See it as the first step onto your reclaimed throne, a signal to the universe that you are ready to receive your crown. And if this path of awakening feels like home, then comment below with a powerful affirmation. I am ready to reign. Consider it a sacred covenant between us, between your soul and the universe. Let us begin this coronation together, shall we? Let's journey back, my beautiful Leo. Let's speak the truth of the last 20 years. A truth that perhaps you have only ever whispered to yourself in the dead of night. You who were born of the sun, were made to walk through shadows. You whose very nature is to give warmth, light, and life, found yourself pouring your radiant energy into people, into projects, into dreams that felt like black holes, absorbing your brilliance and giving nothing back. Do you remember? You loved with the fierce, unconditional loyalty of a lioness protecting her pride. You gave your stage to others, shining your spotlight on their potential. Believing that your generosity would be mirrored back to you, you were the one who threw the parties, who offered the shoulder to cry on, who fought battles for those who would not fight for themselves. You held your kingdom together with the sheer force of your will and the boundless warmth of your heart. But through it all, did anyone truly see the king or queen who was weary? Did anyone stop to ask if their sun was running out of fuel? I see it in the cosmic story written for you, where the heavy hands of Saturn and the transformative power of Pluto have shaped this long karmic lesson. You had to learn the most painful truth for a Leo's soul, that your light is not a commodity to be traded for applause. Your worth is not measured by the number of people you can save or the loyalty of those you have showered with your gifts. You are not being punished, my magnificent friend. You are being initiated. Only the most powerful souls are given the task of learning to shine in complete darkness. You once roared into the void. Why must I be so strong? Why is my loyalty met with betrayal? The universe heard you, but it knew a secret. It was forging you. It was teaching you that a true sovereign does not need an audience to know their own power. A true sun does not need the planets to thank it for its warmth. It shines because that is its nature. You learn that true love is not about finding someone who reflects your light back at you, but about becoming so full of your own light that you no longer feel the cold when someone walks away. You learn to leave the stage when the play was no longer serving your soul, and to find peace in the noble silence of your own company. October 10th, 2025 is not a gift being handed to you. Oh no, it is a cosmic receipt, stamped and sealed, that says in blazing letters, paid in full. It is the universe whispering back to you, you have passed the test. You learned to be a sun even when there were no worlds to warm. Now watch as a new galaxy forms around you. From this moment forward, you no longer need to shrink your fire so someone else can feel warm. You no longer have to perform to prove your worthiness. You do not have to do anything more to earn your crown because you have finally realized you were born wearing it. And that light, that glorious, untamable Leo light, it is time for it to become a supernova. This isn't about a loud, boastful return. The change will be subtle. At first, a deep inner shift. Pluto, the alchemist, steps back. Saturn, the taskmaster, softens its grip. And you, my dear Leo, you step out of this long, arduous cycle with a quiet confidence you have never known before. You no longer crave the spotlight. You have become the source of the light itself. You no longer seek apologies from those who betrayed you. For you understand a profound truth. Their inability to see you was never a reflection of your worth, but a measure of their own blindness. You don't need revenge. Your luminous presence, calm, centered, and whole, is the most powerful statement you could ever make. Your famous generosity is no longer a weakness to be exploited. It is the evidence of a soul that has been shattered and has healed itself with its own golden light. From the places where you were once cracked open, a brilliance now radiates, fierce and unquenchable, and from here your true reign begins. There was a time in your life, magnificent Leo, when love felt like a grand performance. You loved with theatrical passion, with grand gestures, and with a heart that roared its devotion for all the world to see. You wanted a love that was a testament, a story for the ages. You asked for nothing less than a co-ruler, a king or queen to sit on the throne beside you, to mirror your passion and your loyalty. But over and over, you found yourself on a lonely throne. You realized that loving with the full force of the sun often left you feeling burned out and alone. You once believed that if you were loyal enough, generous enough, magnificent enough, the other person would rise to the occasion, would see your worth, would match your fire. But strangely, the more brightly you shone for them, the more you felt a creeping shadow in your own heart, because in that grand performance of love, you slowly began to lose the most important member of your audience, yourself. Perhaps you stood on the ashes of a relationship, your heart a shattered kingdom, wondering how your immense love could have led to such ruin. Perhaps you looked into the eyes of someone you thought was your destiny, only to see the reflection of a stranger who was intimidated by your light. Perhaps you cried silent tears in your palace of solitude, placing a hand on your chest and asking the most painful question a Leo can ask. Was I not enough? But Leo, you were never not enough. You were and are everything. You simply loved with the heart of a creator, God. Where love is not a negotiation but a grand universe birthing act of giving. And in that glorious giving, you forgot one fundamental cosmic law. The sun must first and foremost warm itself. In astrology, you are the heart of the zodiac. You represent the creative life force, the joy of expression and the courage to be seen. But because of this, you often fall into the beautiful trap of believing that your purpose is to be the heart for everyone else. You love as if you were born to be a beacon to guide lost ships to shore with your unwavering light. And you forget that not everyone wants to be rescued. Not everyone has the courage to stand in the full blaze of your authenticity. And in those moments, you were left behind, not because you were unworthy, but because your light was so powerful, it illuminated their own shadows, and they fled from the sight. But listen to me now. Every single one of those heartbreaks, those moments, you were not chosen. Those silent goodbyes were divine messages from the universe. They were all whispering the same sacred truth. Leo, you are not yet ready for a love that can match your own, because you have not yet learned to bow to the sovereign that dwells within your own heart. And then as you cross this cosmic threshold around October 2025, where the sun and moon form a powerful and regal alignment, something profound begins to shift. It doesn't happen with a thunderclap, but with a quiet sunrise within your own soul. You wake up one morning, and instead of reaching for your phone to see who has validated your existence, you reach inside yourself. You are no longer waiting for a text message to feel worthy. You are no longer screaming in the silence, "Please see me. Please choose me." Because you have finally truly chosen yourself. Your love, magnificent Leo, is no longer a performance for an audience. It is a sacred fire. You tend to within your own soul. You realize that love is not something you trade for loyalty. Love is not a reward for your grand gestures. Love is the natural state of a heart that is completely and utterly at home with itself. And when you are fully present in your own kingdom, when you pause and look at the magnificent healed with gold scars on your heart, you no longer need anyone to complete you. There is no emptiness that needs filling. There is only a vast, radiant kingdom within you that needs its rightful ruler. And you, my dear Leo, have finally taken your seat on the throne. You have begun to love yourself again through sovereign acts. A day you take off just to bask in the sun. An expensive gift you buy for yourself, not as a reward, but as a tribute. A bold, creative project. You start not for the applause, but for the sheer joy of it. Affirm, know you deliver to someone who drained your energy, feeling not guilt, but a surge of glorious self-respect. How do you know you have entered this new era of love? Not because you feel no pain, but because heartbreak no longer feels like a personal failure. You are no longer afraid of being alone because you cherish your own company. You are no longer afraid of losing someone because you have found yourself. And the most magical part, you no longer feel the need to control the narrative because you trust with a deep cellular knowing that the love that is truly meant for you, a love as grand and as bright as your own, will be drawn to your fire without you ever having to send out an invitation. And if it doesn't arrive, you will still be okay. Not because you have become cold, but because you have become your own eternal flame. Can you feel it, Leo? People are beginning to look at you differently. Not because you are trying harder, not because you are performing more grandly, but precisely because you have stopped. Your energy no longer begs for attention. It commands respect silently and effortlessly. It might be a new colleague who is in awe of your quiet confidence, an old friend who sees a new depth in your eyes, or a stranger across a room who is simply captivated by the light you emanate without even trying. You are not hunting for love, and that very lack of need has made you the most magnetic being in any room. The moment you stop seeking to be loved is the moment you become impossible not to love, because now you love from a place of wholeness. You love without conditions. You love not to be loved back, but because your heart, now full, was simply born to overflow. Be honest with me, now, beautiful soul. Are you starting to see yourself through new eyes? Have you forgiven yourself for the times you gave your power away? Are you beginning to smile at your own reflection, not with vanity, but with a deep and abiding reverence for the magnificent soul? Looking back at you, if the answer is yes, then congratulations. You are loving yourself again sovereignly and sacredly. And there is nothing in the cosmos more powerful than that. There is a truth that is both difficult and deeply liberating. Leo, not everyone is equipped to love you, not because you are flawed, but because your capacity for love is a supernova, and they are only prepared for the gentle light of a candle. You love with the heart of a creator, a soul that remembers what it is to be a star. But not everyone is ready to journey into deep space. When they left, you thought perhaps I am too much, too bright, too loud. But no, my dear Leo, you are just too true. And not everyone can stand in the presence of unfiltered truth. Through your healing journey, you have realized the most profound secret of all love is not a quest you embark on. It is a throne you ascend to within your send. You stop asking, when will my king or queen arrive? And instead you ask, have I been a worthy ruler to myself? Have I honored my own heart? Am I living in alignment with my soul's royal decree? Because you understand that true love doesn't arrive to fill a void. It arrives when you are so gloriously full that your light becomes a beacon for another sovereign soul, and miraculously you no longer feel lonely. You feel majestically alone. The old aching loneliness is gone. You now understand that if someone walks beside you, it is a glorious addition. If not, you still walk your path with your head held high, your crown firmly in place. Because your life, your reign did not begin with them, and it will not end because they are gone. The greatest love doesn't come from someone who promises, I will build you a kingdom. The greatest love is when you finally realize you are the kingdom. And when you live like that, love like that, someone will finally enter your life. Not to make you happy, but to share in the magnificent happiness you have already built for yourself. When this person arrives, Leo, you will know there will be no games, no auditions, no need for performance. They will not be intimidated by your fire. They will be a fellow dragon ready to fly alongside you. They will not try to dim your light. They will add their own, creating a blaze so brilliant it will inspire all who witness it. They will look into your eyes and say, I see you, I see all of you. And for the first time, you will not feel the need to question it. Your soul, your deep inner knowing, will simply recognize another sovereign. It will simply whisper, welcome home. So place your hand on your heart right now. Feel that powerful, steady beat. That is the rhythm of your kingdom. It has been broken but never conquered. It has been hurt but never hardened. It still beats, still roars, still longs for a grand love, but now it has non-negotiable boundaries. It has divine clarity, and it has a regal gentleness that nothing can ever shake again. What part of you is being called to the throne? My dear Leo, are you ready to let go of the need for applause and simply embrace your own radiant truth? Share with me in the comments. Your story of reclamation could be the very permission another Leo needs to pick up their own crown. My dear magnificent Leo friends, we have reached the end of our sacred journey for today. But this is not an ending, it is a coronation. I want you to pause and truly feel the weight and glory of this moment. This has not just been a message, it has been a profound activation of your soul's highest, most royal purpose. You have walked through the fire and emerged, not burned, but forged in gold. You have sat on a lonely throne and learned that your kingdom lies within. You have heard the whispers of betrayal and answered them with the roar of self-love. And now as you cross this cosmic threshold, you are not stepping into luck. You are stepping into your birthright. The universe is not rewarding you. It is finally mirroring the royalty you have cultivated within. Embrace this transformation fully. Allow yourself to surrender to the magic of your own sovereign power. This is your time to shine your brightest, not for the world, but for yourself. And in doing so, you will illuminate the entire world without even trying. I would be so honored to hear from you. What part of this sacred transmission resonated most deeply with your lion heart? What truth has been awakened within you today? Share your thoughts, your awakenings, and your feelings in the comment section below. When we as sovereign souls share our stories of rising, we create a collective energy that lifts everyone. Let's build a kingdom of support and transformation right here. And of course, If you have not yet sealed your sacred pact with us, please remember to subscribe to this channel, your sacred space for diving deep into the cosmic currents that shape our magnificent lives. We have so much more of this journey to walk together. Thank you for being here with me today. Thank you for allowing me to be a humble witness to your glorious coronation. It has been a true gift to share this space with you. I wish you an abundance of joy that roars a peace that is majestic and the unwavering success that you so richly and profoundly deserve. Remember, you are not just a creator of your reality. You are the ruling monarch. You are the sun. And you are more than capable of bringing to life your wildest, most magnificent dreams. Go forth and reign.